Hello, boys and girls. Welcome once again to Stories from Malawi. And you're with me, Uncle Chris. The title of our story today is What a Gulp! What a Gulp! There was this wonderful, beautiful boy, 8 years old. His name was Richard. And he lived in Blantyre City, in a township called Chilomoni, quite further near the Michiru mountain. Now they lived in a 3-bedroom house with him, the firstborn, and 3 brothers and 1 sister. Now, being the oldest child, Richard had some kind of responsibility to look after his siblings. Now one day, mommy brought home a chicken. Now it was a bit rare for mommy to buy a chicken from the market, but he was so excited because they would eat Nsima, which is their staple of food, with chicken and of course vegetables. And he wondered and looked forward to the lunch and the dinner of the day with chicken. Now, however, he also knew that when they were eating, he was supposed to look after the eating of his siblings.
Good boy.
Now, in that house, the way they ate, mother would bring one big plate of Nsima, and all the relish of chicken would be in one plate, and the vegetables would be in the other plate. So they would have 3 plates, and the children would sit around and start eating. They would all, with their hands and fingers, put their hand into the Nsima, and then they would eat it. And here is how they would eat Nsima. Take your hand and you take a piece of Nsima.
Menu.
And then you mold it in your hand.
Konye-konye.
Dip it in the sauce of the chicken or the vegetables.
Suzy.
Then you put it in your mouth.
Ugali.
You chew.
Taf.
Then you swallow.
Mezu.
Then you go to the next one. But Richard, because he wanted to eat as much as possible of the chicken, tried to do this process much faster. So he could enjoy more and more of the chicken. And so Richard would go, menu, konye-konye, sunsi, ugali, taf, mezu, menu, konye-konye, sunsi, ugali, taf, mezu. And he wanted to do this a bit faster. So we'll take a bigger one, menu, konye-konye, sunsi, ugali, mezu, faster so that he could eat more and more of the chicken than his siblings. So in trying to enjoy the chicken much faster, as he ate, Richard went, menu, konye-konye, sunsi, ugali, mezu, and he took rather a bigger portion, and he didn't quite chew it properly. And so when he went menu, konye-konye, sunsi, ugali, mezu, it somehow stuck on his and he went. His mother was watching him, And she quickly went to Richard and held him behind and did the Heimlich Maneuver. And he did, and Richard, not only the Nsima, but also a bigger piece of chicken went,
Ew!
he felt better.
What a gulp.
Boys and girls, the Bible says in Proverbs 11 verse 24, give freely and become more worthy, but be stingy and you lose everything. Richard, if only he was giving his siblings and sharing freely, he would have enjoyed the meal. But because he was stingy, he lost all the joy and all the enjoyment of that nice chicken. So, until next week, when I shall come with more stories from Malawi, it's Uncle Chris saying, bye-bye.